Hi, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. Recently we came across a product called Hang Hero that promises to make the task of hanging pictures a lot easier and all in one, where it actually drives the nails and tells you where to position them. We're going to put it to the test. We're going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Stay tuned. Hi, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. We have right here what's called the Hang Hero. And the Hang Hero does a couple things. One, it has a level bulb right here so you can tell whether or not you're hanging the artwork or the piece of art or the plaque or whatever it is evenly. Number two, it has a scale here, both metric and imperial, so that you can figure out how far apart to put the nail drivers or the brad drivers. Number three, it has these brad drivers that you actually insert a brad in the back and just actually push it into what's called a gypsum or sheetrock wall. This device does not work on solid walls like plaster, wood, concrete, that sort of thing. Although you could maybe use it for marking to be able to drill in fasteners or drive a nail or whatever it might be. But this is for drywall or sheetrock walls. The next feature that's on is you have these two devices that you're going to push in here, but this one's affixed on this end and holds the zero position, where this one slides back and forth up and down the beam. And inside of it, there's an indicator that tells you how far apart the two center points are. Now, if you don't need to drive two brads, you can also, on the back of this, pull off the clip on the end, and this will come right off the beam, and you can just use this single-handedly. To get started, what you're going to need to do is determine on the wall where you want to place the item. Now, in this case, I'm just going to split the distance here visually between this room name right here and the edge of this molding and place the artwork about centered in here. The second thing is to look at whether you need one brad or two. If it's one brad, the manufacturer indicates that that'll hold up to 5 pounds. And if you put up two brads, it'll hold up to 10 pounds in a 1/2-inch sheetrock wall. All right, so here's our piece of art we're going to hang up. This is a nice gift from friends of ours. And as I turn it around, you can see it's got a wire mounted across the back. We'll have two options here. One is to hang it with one attachment point or to hang it with two. And I would always choose two on this kind, because if the two attachment points are level, it makes the picture hang in a stable fashion, and you can adjust the picture back and forth and get it so it's hanging straight on those two brad points. If I hang it on a single one, it's really easy to be left or right of the balance point, and things like slamming doors, a mild earthquake, any of that sort of thing, or somebody bumping the wall can literally have the picture shift, and you're going around and then having to adjust this. So we're going to do 2 points. So what I'm going to do here is estimate. I want this picture to be about right in here. I want this to be up in here someplace. So I can either mark the wall. In this case, we'll just estimate that it's going to be a little bit below where there's another mark here, but we'll go ahead and put it right in this area right here. I've determined that the distance between the 2 points where it'll put nice tension on the wire and help to balance is 8 inches apart. So this one is set at 0, and then I'm going to move the indicator that's in here over to the 8-inch mark. And there it is. All right, now that I've got that, and I know that I want the nails, which right on the side of this unit, you'll see an indicator that says where the nail's going to be punched at what level. It's on both sides of these units. Here's the stationary and the movable. Now we need to load these dispensers, and we're going to use right out of the repository here. It comes with an onboard magazine with a magnet here. These are number 17 brads, 1 inch long. Let's go ahead and load it. Let's go ahead and put one brad right there, obviously with the point out, load it in. And then we're going to also load it in this one. You see it disappears into the chamber. Now we're going to go ahead and place it up on the wall and then look at the level to make sure we're right. So we're going up here, the indicators, And we also know that we want this to be about halfway. I'm going to move this over 4-inch mark halfway between the two that I've done. And I'm going to say that I want it somewhere about right in there and where the indicators are, and this is showing level. So I'm just going to take this, push that, go to the second one, push that, pull off, and I have 2 brad points installed. All right, let's mount our piece of artwork here and see if we like the results. Well, what do you think? It did a pretty nice job here of hanging straight, and you can see through the reveal here, I mean, if I need to adjust it a little bit like that, and double check, but quick and stable. And notice that when I pound the wall, the piece of artwork doesn't shift because it's hanging on 2 points. But again, if you only need 1 point, you can certainly do it with that unit. So what we like about it is it's all in one. You don't need to bring a hammer. It works really well. The one thing that the Hang Hero does not do is determine height, exactly where you're going to put the brads. We know that, for instance, that we wanted the top edge of this to be at this height, but that's not where the hangers are. If you recall, in here, there's a wire that's coming through that's being hung and suspended here that lands somewhere in here. So you're going to have to do a bit of calculating, a little trial and error to get this part to land exactly where you want it. So here's some more thoughtful features on this. Number one, there's an indicator on these push pads that tell you where that hole or where the nail is going to come out centered. So that allows you to see out here without guessing where it's going to be, where that is. And as we've seen before, there's these side to sides as well. So you have 2 alignment marks or indicators that are very helpful. Also, they did a nice little thing here, and that's a hole right here that you can hang this unit on the wall in your shop or your garage or wherever you like to keep these kind of tools. It's easy to stow right there. And third, this feature of where you can move this back and forth serves another great purpose other than just trying to calculate how far apart you want. That is to take a known piece of art with a known distance of the hangers and align the nails to that. So in this case, if I pick up this piece of art, and you can see that it's got what's commonly called sawtooth hangers, I could line up, and I'm one-handing this, so forgive me, but I could line up where I want the nails to be on that and use that as where I'm going to push in the nails, and now the nails will land where those hangers are, whether it's a sawtooth, whether it's a D-ring type of thing, or perhaps it's even a routed slot with an opening on one side. Now you can know where that needs to go. If you're interested in getting one of these, you can go to myhanghero.com. At the time of filming, these were selling for $16.99, and you can order one there. We don't get a commission on them. We just find product that we think is going to be helpful around the home or the shop. And this, I think, fits that bill. Give it a shot. Take a look over there and see if it's something that can greatly help you. If you're doing quite a bit of this kind of work and you need to locate the studs or other kinds of objects behind the wall, such as plumbing or electrical, then check out this product that we did a product review on, the Wallabot. You can walk through it and see what it senses, how it works, and also where to order one. And until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer Jay from dirtfarmerjay.com, enjoying this nice piece of art.